Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and welcome back to another episode of the Wood Crew Podcast.
I'm
I'm
the
here.
co-host. Oh,
Yeah, he's the co-host, Matthew.
I'm Matthew. Bricks by Matthew. That's
Get a
me.
little ahead of yourself there, buddy, friend,
Sorry,
pal.
I thought you were done.
Watch yourself.
We got a lot of big news this week.
Yes, this
Lego
is the
Dots
Lego.
pictures were revealed.
This is the Lego news episode. We've had like 5 weeks of okay guys, the biggest Lego set ever was revealed, and nothing else happened. Let's talk for 40 minutes.
Yep.
But then this week they're like, okay, here's everything.
Everything.
Not everything, not Star Wars, and not
everything.
DC superheroes, and not DC superhero girls, which I know we're both a big fan of.
They've not made that since 2017.
I wouldn't know. I got. I
So they
literally
didn't.
could.
So did they do everything?
They did not do everything.
Okay.
So, yeah, we have a lot to talk about, so I guess we'll just get right into it. We'll start with probably the most topical, the one most of the viewers are interested in, Ninjago sets. New Ninjago sets.
Honestly, I'm not as big of a Ninjago boy as you, but this is by far the most interest, along with the one Star Wars set.
Real quick, but just before we get started, we also are going to acknowledge the other thing that happened in the Ninjago world this week, but because we want to keep the podcast mostly lighthearted, we're going to talk about that at the end. Just for the people who are tuning at the beginning, wondering why we're not mentioning it, it's just because we don't want to start it on a down note, but obviously we are going to mention that. But
yeah,
new Ninjago sets, very exciting.
Ninjago sets. Like I was just saying, I'm not as big of a Ninjago boy as you, but these are the most I've excited. Like they're amazing.
They're so good.
Even though I don't want all of the big sets, like the full building sets. I will probably get all the Spinjitzu gimmick ones, but they're really good. They're so good.
Can we start with my favorite one, which is probably your favorite
as
too?
well? So I was just gonna say the same thing.
The Tournament of Elements set. This, I mean, I had high hopes when we heard that there was a set coming out called Tournament of Elements that was the same price as Gamers Market. I was very hopeful.
Yeah.
And this is everything I could want and more.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with 3 exclusive figures of 3 characters we've wanted for 5-6 years at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, 4 exclusive figures counting Golden Lloyd. I forgot about him.
Yeah, that's true. 4 exclusive figures, and one that's new to this wave, and
yes,
two
and
that
2 that are
yeah,
2 of that. This is now the cheapest set they both come in. So figure selection already incredible. It comes with a spinner, which is weird. I thought those were done, but I'm not going to complain about that.
I only have one of that style, and I like that style a lot. So
I think the reason that's in the set is just to keep, because it's golden and white, so I think it's supposed to be a generic spinner that you can use for anyone.
Yeah,
and that's the point of it, so that you can still get a spinner on shelves, which I do like that they're doing. The little build in the set, the part of Chen's dojo looks perfect. It looks I know it's probably been years since you watched season 4, but that's exactly how it looks in the show.
I have a vague memory, but the build just looks so good.
It does. It's amazing. I am probably going to pick up 2 or even 3 of this set because of the way the build looks. I could honestly combine 3 of these to make a wider dojo area.
I don't know if you see on the bottom, but it has ball joints, and both sides have balls and not the receptor. But if you just switch the one piece out, you'd be able to actually just easily combine the other sets to it.
Yeah, no, it's it's so cool, and the figures look great. One thing that's a little weird is the figures aren't entirely accurate to the show, which I just don't know why.
I saw that as well. I think they look very good though.
Gravis looks pretty much 1-for-1. Jacob has a slightly different outfit, but he's mostly the same.
Yeah.
But then Belobo's shirtless now, when he was just not shirtless in the show.
Yeah.
My only guess is that he might have some well, I think the Elemental Masters might appear in season 14 anyway, because they like to incorporate the legacy stuff into the show. But I think he might have a bigger part than most Elemental Masters next season, and that's why.
Judging from what the new season looks like, and from what we've seen from some preliminary leaks, he looks like he fits the style of the new enemy.
Yeah, no, and he's he's nature, and it's a jungle-based season, and I think it would be cool because he was one of the Elemental Masters that didn't come back in Hunted, so it sort of implies that he doesn't live in Ninjago City. So it'd be sort of cool if they're going to his home area.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be kind of like how Karloff's people were explored a little bit. It would be
Yeah,
if his people were explored a little bit.
that too, because like obviously that Corgrin in season 13 showed
Yeah,
that obviously they haven't forgotten about the Elemental Masters and their backstory, so it would be cool if like this takes place wherever Belobo lives, and
yeah.
I guess this would be his new design for the season 14. And I would have preferred a more season 4 accurate Belobo. I'm just happy we're getting one at all. So
Yeah,
Elemental Masters have been my most wanted figures for 6 years, so I'm so
I thought
happy.
Julian was your most wanted figure.
Julian's my most wanted figure, but then these guys are a close second.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. A cheap way to get Jay because Jay's my favorite ninja, and I don't
Yes,
have
and
that suit yet.
this J suit might be the best J suit ever. Like genuine, that is one of the
No,
perfect Ninjago figures.
I have the I have one. It's just on a keychain, but
Right.
I can see it's amazing.
It's just I don't, and the colors on like the yellow with the like the silver and the blue just looks
Yeah,
so cool. Like all the Legacy 2 suits look good, but Jay is spectacular. Like
yeah.
the colors on him are amazing.
I'm excited to get Jay.
Um, one thing I think it's I like it and I also don't like it is the new like the weapon pack in green here being used for the Jade Blades.
I don't mind it.
I think it's definitely cool to get. I just wish it came with some of the original Jade Blades as well.
My guess is
I
it's out of print.
yeah, that's the thing. And I mean, I have plenty of the original, so it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah.
But for like kids getting into it nowadays, like I don't know, they made a specific mold for the Jade Blades. I think it would be cool if they reused it here, but
I
it's not a big deal. And the green weapon pieces are cool to get. So
I agree, but I think these look quite good.
yeah, me too.
Especially the sword that's this style really works well for the Jade Blade, I think.
Agreed. Yeah,
But I don't
yeah. No, it's not perfect, but I think it's a. I feel like if that piece existed, they would not have made a new Jade Blade piece.
I agree. I completely
So
agree.
Something little that I noticed is the weapon that Kai's holding in the set. It's like a little scythe.
Yeah.
That is the same weapon he came with in the original version of the set. The
Oh,
one that
that's
came
really
with
that's
Karloff
really cool.
and Griffin Turner back in 2015.
I don't know if you noticed, but it comes with Klaus's book as well.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah, it comes with the Book of Spells, which wish it came with a Klaus figure, but again, I'm not going to complain that it came with only 4 exclusive figures and not 5 for $30.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Book
Yeah.
of Spells is a really cool inclusion too.
Um, I mean, I don't have much else to say about this set besides it's great.
It's
I mean,
it's perfect. I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna get at least 2 of this, but I might get 3 because like
I
I definitely
I
want duplicates of the Elemental Masters and stuff, but I might want to just like build a huge tournament area.
yeah, that would be really cool. I'm definitely getting one. I don't know if I'll get 2. But this is a day one purchase for me.
Yeah, oh definitely. I really want this.
Which one do you want to talk about next?
Next we're going to Zane's Mech, I guess.
Okay. This is my second favorite of the wave. You don't like this one as much as I do.
I
but
don't love it. Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. It just seems a little bland to me. Like
That's kind of why I like it because it's very much just like I'm not into Gundam, but I do like the art style, and it feels very much like that.
how much is this? Do we have a price?
60.
60? So, because it looks, I think I might be uninterested because it just looks to be the same build style as Titan Mech / Firestone.
But it has bendable knees.
Those two both have bendable. Oh no, they don't. You're right. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It's a much more articulated mech than those are.
Yeah, I don't. I don't love like the grayish blue on it.
Oh, really?
That,
I like it a lot.
yeah, that color just doesn't really fit Zane for me. I don't know. Yeah, this one just doesn't really do it for me. I might like it better in person, but
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for this one. This is also the way to get 10th anniversary J, which
yeah, 10th anniversary J is cool. Legacy 3 Zane, very
Yeah.
awesome.
I think it's weird that they're already going into Legacy 3 when they don't even have a full roster of Legacy 2.
Yeah, I'm convinced that this means we're not getting Legacy 2 Zane, but
I
you are not.
disagree with you because they're so random with when they come out with Legacy suits that I don't think it means that.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I feel like we've gone 3 waves that he could have come in and he hasn't come in. Like there's what 3 tournament sets this wave, and no, sorry, no, there's 2 tournaments, 1 rebooted, and there's already been 1 other tournament and 2 other rebooted, and Zane has come in none of them.
But like I said to you, I think I said this to you the other day, they're still making Legacy 1 suits and Legacy 2 suits. They make them all simultaneously.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
My only my only thought is maybe their Zane's helicopter could potentially be like summer next year.
Yeah,
Because I think the main reason we haven't gotten that yet is because we got a Zane helicopter in season 11,
mhm.
and they don't want two Zane helicopters on shelves at once, which makes sense. But because that one's retiring this year, I think there could be room for it next year.
It will be gone December.
Yeah, so by like summer next year, it would make sense to come out with a new one potentially. So
Yeah. I
uh,
guess doing his dragon because that was a big deal for that season.
yeah, that too.
Season 4, I think.
Yeah. I could also see them doing like something different with him and not doing just like the half mask and everything, doing like a titanium Zane with like
Yeah,
like the new legacy hood and everything.
I agree. I really want I really want all 6 Legacy 3 suits though.
Yeah,
Like,
no, this is cool. And I think it's clear just from I mean, I want to see this guy up closer, but I think this is definitely going to be reused for Skybound. I think they're just going to make this armor gold instead of
I agree. I agree.
gunmetal gray.
Which you'll be
I
able
do
to
think it's
yourself.
weird the way the mask looks, though.
I like it.
I like it too, but it's white with a black strap instead of black with a white strap, like the original would have been.
But I mean, Legacy at no
Actually,
point.
no, you're right because they had it was like 2 parts.
Yeah.
Actually, so no, I guess this makes sense.
Um,
Okay, yeah,
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at them now. I think this is the best way they could have done it.
okay, yeah. No, actually, I take back what I said. I want to see this up close though, because I want to see like, because definitely like obviously it's got the color scheme of Skybound and Possession, but I want to see like how they incorporate the different elements of the 2 suits here.
Agreed. I mean this and the tournament are my like day one purchases.
Yeah.
And also, a thing to mention, it's not in many of the pictures, but it looks like this set will come with Zane's hair as well.
Yeah. No, it will. It's shown in the set
Like
images, which is
Yeah.
very cool because Zane's hair is coming in titanium. I guess we haven't mentioned that yet. Getting titanium Zane hair from the redesign.
Yes, I'm
Finally,
very
it's
excited
been
for that.
what? So the movie was in 2017, so 2018 was the first redesigned Zane,
Yeah.
and it'll be 3 years when these sets come out. Which, for reference, it took a year and a half for the original titanium Zane to get his hair. So now they
It's-
just need to redesign him again.
Yeah, it's long overdue. I'm very excited to get it.
Same here.
Man, I love these sets. But we're getting Ghosts, which these look almost identical to the original Ghosts. So
Yeah, I do like the use of the legacy hood there. That works really well, and it's pretty cool to get a legacy hood in a color that isn't based.
Oh
in
wow,
one
I didn't
dimension.
even. I thought that was the original Ghost hood, not the
No,
Legacy
it's
hood. I
the
did not
legacy
notice
hood.
that. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. One thing I noticed is all 3 ghosts have the same torso, but it's not a huge deal. Like it's you and I discussed this a little bit over text, but like the figures obviously are not as high quality as the originals were, or
Yeah.
not as varied. But that's because like this isn't a ghost wave. This is a wave with ghosts and Anachondrite cultists and Nindroids and season 14. So.
Yeah.
They've got to split their budget between all of those rather than dedicating their budget to just doing like 13 different ghosts. So while it's disappointing, I get it.
Yeah, and I mean, none of these have they've not gotten to like. Here, my thing with the villains are they've always been very expendable.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't bother me that they kind of simplify them for Legacy because a little kid I don't think is going to care that much.
No, I do wish they had more named villains though. And I'm not counting them out for the future, but like I don't know, Legacy 1, we got Crunch and Knuckle, we got Pythor, we got Garmadon, and then we got Kozu last year, but we haven't gotten Cryptor, we haven't gotten Chen, we haven't gotten Moro.
Yeah.
So,
I think I don't rule it out, but
no, I don't rule it out. I think Moro and Chen at least will come in a set sometime because they're on the box arts. But I guess, is Cryptor on the rebooted box art? I think he is.
he might be. I don't know if this would happen, but it would be cool if for one of those minifigure packs they did like a named villain one.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess we haven't talked about the Anachondrite cultists, so we're not getting normal Anachondrite cultists. We're getting like
Yeah,
an Izor remake, which isn't really Izor. It's like Izor with 2 eyes,
yeah.
I think. And it looks fine. It's just weird that he's the only one.
Not a huge fan of that figure, but
No, but it's like I have Anachondrite cultists.
yeah,
and
I have I think like 15 of them, so I don't care. But it
Yeah.
is strange to me.
Yeah, agreed.
Um,
So moving on to the next set, we have the Boulder Blaster.
Boulder Blaster, this is my least favorite, but it looks so much better than the original.
This looks very dude. That new cockpit piece,
I
like
know.
that's
It's
so
so
cool.
cool.
That's dual molded too. Like
Yeah.
that's
Well,
awesome.
my only guess, the only reason I could think they made that is because it's also in season 14.
Yeah, probably. Or yeah, they're definitely gonna reuse that mold, but it's an awesome mold. Like,
It is.
and
It's
I also can I say I love the side build in this set.
oh yeah, no, I was just looking at that. It's very, very reminiscent of like the actual side builds from the wave.
Yeah, no, that's super super cool.
And it has a
Like,
play feature that works with the ship, which is really cool.
yeah, no, I'm actually very because I always wanted the original, but I never got it.
You
Um,
see, I have the original, but I never loved it. So I don't know if I'll pick this one up. The only thing I could see, like, it's $40, which is not too much money. So if I ever saw it on sale for like 30 or something, I might be tempted to get it just because I don't have that Cole figure.
yeah,
Um, but this is, I think I just said it's my least favorite, but it's still very good. It's just not for me.
yeah. And the reason I've always wanted the vehicle is because like a lot of times in the show, vehicles just pop up to sell the toys, but this is one of the vehicles where there was like actual plot relevance and it had focus for an episode of the show. So I've always really wanted it for that reason. So
Yeah,
I'm happy that I'm gonna finally get the chance to get it now.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, Legacy makes more sense for people who don't have the original. So this is one of
right.
those cases where I have the original and you didn't. So it makes sense you want it more than I do.
Yeah. Um, and we'll talk about the golden figures after we go through all of them.
Yeah, but like with this one, it looks good, but I don't think it's a good looking ship.
Yeah.
So it's nice for what it is, but it's not the kind of ship I like.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, this is the only set to come with Lloyd, which is a win.
yeah, but I mean that Lloyd comes in a $10 set.
No, that's my. It's a good thing that's the only set to come with Lloyd because that means we get Jay and Kai in more sets. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I do think it. I do think it is weird how it's the same distribution though. How it's Kai and Jay in two sets.
yeah, I agree. I find that very odd.
I would have because we know we're getting Jay's Mac. We haven't seen pictures of it. I would have preferred if in the next set we're talking about the Katana, what? Well, no, not Katana. The X1 Ninja Charger. If that one came with Cole and Kai instead.
Yeah. Something else I want to mention. Nia does not come in any of these sets.
Yeah.
We've talked about this, and I had a thought about it. So yes, it's weird that she doesn't get Legacy 2, a Legacy 2 suit, but also that's still when she was Samurai X. So you could
No,
just
that one she doesn't bother me. In terms of like, obviously I would like one for her, but that one doesn't bother me nearly as much as Zane does.
yeah,
Because Zane was in both of these seasons. Not including him in a tournament set makes a little more sense because he wasn't in half of that season. But Rebooted was his season, so the fact
yeah.
that we have so many rebooted sets and no Zane
I
is weird.
I still think I agree with you. I think next summer we'll get a set with Pixel and Zane, his helicopter. I would be very surprised if that does not happen.
I don't know about Pixel, but I think whatever set Cryptor ends up coming in, Zane will come in too.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
we need a Legacy 2 Zane.
Yes, we do.
But Nia not coming in any of these sets doesn't bother me too much because she's in the bounty. Her samurai mech is still available.
Yeah. No, I think it's going away.
It is going away, but like it's been available for 2 years, so
Yeah.
like that.
And you're right, she is in the bounty, so she's Samurai X is still on shelves.
Yeah, and it's like this is honestly, but like it's hard to remember because I've not watched the show recently. But this is before Nia was super relevant.
Yeah. No, she had a part in the show, but she wasn't one of the main team. So
But next up we've got the Ninja Charger. I think it's a nice set, but I don't think I'll get it.
yeah, it's nice looking. I get every Ninjago set now, so
Yeah.
I'll be getting this one. But
I mean it's different for you, but
yeah, I think normally like I don't like if I wasn't like a part of LAN and wasn't doing YouTube and everything. I don't know if I'd get this one. Because I definitely want to complete the golden minifigure collection, and Cole is one of the coolest ones. But I really don't like that they did rebooted Kai vehicles 2 waves in a row.
I agree.
Like it makes me that's just so strange.
I
to
think
me.
this one is better than the other one.
Yeah, no, I wish they did just this one and not the other one, because
Yeah.
then I would feel less weird about us not having Zane's helicopter, because it'd be like, okay, we got 2 of 4 vehicles, but the fact that we have 3 of 4 means we are only missing 1.
Yeah.
No, I think this is the more interesting build. I think this is more interesting than the
spaceship looking
Kai
thing.
Fighter.
Yeah. That looks like
Um,
a scaled up version of the like J Velocity Racer.
Yeah. However, the scene in the show that this is in, the music that plays slaps, so that makes me want this set.
I'm still So I don't think I'll get this one, but it is nice. Like it's nice looking. It's just a big card that I don't know if I'd have space for.
Yeah,
Um,
it is nice looking though. I think it's very well
yeah,
done.
and the other thing is none of the figures are interesting to me. I don't need more Ninjroids.
Yeah, it's Ninjoids and then the two ninja that are in the tournament set.
Yeah.
Though
Um,
the Cole is excellent. The Cole's so
I
good.
I will probably bricklink the collectible ones or something because I really want all of the gold ones, but
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I mean, that's not something I need to worry about right now. This is just not a set I will likely get.
Before moving on to the other ones, let's talk about the gold guys real quick
Yeah.
because there's 10th anniversary collectible ninja. In the four sets we've seen, there's Lloyd, Jay, Kai, and Cole.
Yes.
Meaning the Zane and Nia are not there. However, just today, actually, like an hour before recording this, we saw pictures of the back of the box art, and it shows that there's 6 Golden Ninja to collect, meaning that
Yep.
obviously Zane and Nia come in something else.
And I don't know if you saw, but it looks like um um Nia's gonna have a half mask on. So
Yes, I saw that.
and she's also gonna have the older style like season one armor.
Yeah, well, that's what Lloyd has as well.
Yeah. So these suits I find very strange. They're a mixture that they have a continuity to the torso printing, but they each have like helmet aspects and hood aspects from their independent seasons.
Yeah, so they're each based on their post reboot seasons. So Kai is season 11, Fire Chapter, so he's based on the season 11 suit. Jay is season 12 for Empire. Cole is season 13 Master of the Mountain. Lloyd is season 14, whatever that's going to be called. And then from the back of the box, it looks like Zane is Forbidden Spinjitzu, which would also be season 11, but it's going to make him different from Kai, which I think is actually really cool.
Yeah.
I'm very curious how they're going to do that. Like, is it going to be like trans blue, or is it going to be like a solid color?
I have a feeling it'll be gold mask with trans blue on the hair. Like
Yeah, that'll
not the
just because
haircut,
like all of these are just only gold with dual mold of their main color.
yeah.
So it could be kind of cool if he just had like a solid white. Um,
Yeah.
it would make him look quite unique, but I'd be okay with anything. Like just an FS golden suit sounds awesome. So
Yeah, I agree. I think since Nia and Lloyd have the same armor, it's possible that next season will be kind of like Nia Lloyd.
yeah, I'm very curious. Yeah, I'm very curious about her because she is the weird one. Maybe it is something like Kai and Zane, where like it's the
Maybe.
same suit with a slight variation. So maybe Nia's gonna have mask up, Lloyd has mask down.
That's possible.
Because I did think it is weird that Lloyd doesn't come with a mask.
Yeah, yeah.
Though, but then again, you got to keep in those sets. They don't have this armor. They have the season 11 armor, so I don't know why they're wearing this armor here.
I don't know.
Um,
It's weird, but I think these gold suits look phenomenal. So I would very much like to get them all because it's something really unique. I like collectible figures. I don't know why. I just really like
yeah,
exclusive and like not figures that aren't meant for play, but more meant for like, hey, I was able to get all of these.
yeah. Another thing with the golden figures is we don't know what set Zane and Nia come in yet. I assume one of them, I'd say most likely Zane, is going to come in the Overlord Dragon.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think it would make sense to be able to get the original 4 Ninja in just regular sets, which would leave Nia to either be in like a future set or the Ninjago City Gardens. And
I I have a feeling it's more likely to be in a future set than the Gardens.
here's the thing though, is if it was in a future set, I don't think she'd be the only unreleased one. I think there would also be like a Woo or something, in which case it wouldn't say collect all 6.
I don't know. I really I
Unless
don't
like maybe
I don't like the thought of her being exclusive to a $300 set.
what would be even worse is if she does have that golden half mask, so that if you want to make your rebooted suits accurate, you have to buy
Yeah.
yeah the Bricklink, the golden half mask.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't want to think about that. Um let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. So, wow, we've been going 24 minutes and we haven't even gotten through Ninjago.
It's going to be a long one.
This is gonna be a long episode. Buckle up, boys.
Yep.
So next we have the.
Yeah. We've prepared the audience. They can watch what they want. I think probably this week we should do timestamps in the description so they can
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
um
I'll write down on my phone whenever we switch topics. We might need to do a cut so I can grab water after we're done.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll do a break after Ninjago.
So anyway, we're moving on to the $10 sets. We have 4 of them, one for each
Yes.
of the original 4 ninja, which
Yes, we do.
that makes me happy because the recent gimmick sets have just been like a random 3 ninja.
Yeah.
No, actually no, it's always been Kai and Lloyd, and then 1 or 2 other random ninja.
Then the one whose like season it is.
Yeah, well though in season 11 we got Jay as well, just randomly.
Yeah, that was weird.
But this one is the original 4, which makes sense for the 10th anniversary
Yep.
stuff.
And it's all 4 villains that we've covered, and they're all exclusive except I think the Ninjoroid.
Ninja's not. I don't believe Ghost is exclusive either.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it's just the skeleton and the snake.
Yeah.
So let's start. I guess chronologically, we'll start with Kai.
Sure.
So we have Kai versus Skulkin. This one, I don't know how I feel about this one honestly.
So this is the only one I like to build more than the figures.
Yeah. I like the Kai suit up close. It looked a little weird when we saw like the far away images.
It kind of reminds me of his blacksmith suit.
Yeah. No. That's actually a good observation. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Not exactly, but it feels very reminiscent of that, which makes sense for this season. I love the headband and the hair.
Yeah, that's cool that they're including that here, because, I mean, obviously that'll be in the Season 14 sets, but it's cool that you get, like, an early look at it here. And then Whiplash is uninteresting, but he has a new face print, which is appreciated.
Yeah.
Because that was totally unnecessary, but I always hated how Whiplash was just Crunch's head on Knuckles' body.
Yeah.
So, at least now Whiplash is his own thing.
Yeah. I think this is my least favorite of them, but I like the build. I like how it's kind of an autumn. I like getting orange and red leaves. And the Kai figure is growing on me, especially after I kind of noticed that it looks like the blacksmith suit.
Yeah, I agree. It's probably the least detailed of all the suits.
It definitely is.
It's not a bad thing at all.
And I love how it has their golden weapons, but in like energy, like action.
It looks like they're mid like swing. It comes with the parts, like all the parts for every single one. So you can have like Fire Scythe if you want, but like this one, it shows Fire Sword and it's red and it looks super cool because it's actually shaped like the actual sword blade piece, but just with like an effect coming off.
That's how all of them are.
Yeah, no, and I think the nunchuck one is the coolest, which we'll talk about in a second. But
yeah, I agree with you.
The sword one does look good. I think the worst one's Shurikens probably.
Yeah, I agree. I like how each of these, we don't have to talk about it for everyone, but each of these comes with one of those spinner things from 2019, and I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah, no, I was kind of sad they stopped including them in sets, because while I didn't use them personally, like, they made me happy, because, like, I don't know, I think that would have been fun as a kid to, like, simulate Spinjitzu.
I know for sure as a kid that using that, like, spinner, having a figure on that, would work so much better in play than spinning a spinner.
Yeah, no, because I would spin the spinners in play, and the spinners were fun, but being that the spinners don't exist anymore, like, this is the next best thing.
Yeah. I mean, you can still, as of the recording of this video, get spinners in sets and on shelves from the Forbidden Spinjitzu wave. But like having the one that you can put the figure on, I think is great for play. So I'm glad those come back. Next up, we've got what, Jay?
Yeah, Jay. So this one is probably my favorite one.
I agree. I mean, Jay's my favorite ninja, but
this is not Jay. It's not my favorite ninja figure, but as like the entire set, this one's definitely my favorite.
Agreed. I think the build is the most complete. It reminds me a lot of that old like $8 or $10 set with Zane from the first wave,
the Venomari Shrine.
Yeah. And we're getting a we're getting a non-Venomari snake.
It's not Lasha or Spita. Yes. This made me so happy. Like,
and it looks really good, I think.
Yeah, no, I really wasn't a fan of the Lasha redesign, and while like I think I still prefer the original design of Ratla here. This is definitely, I think this was done a lot better than Lasha was.
Yeah.
Like he looks a lot more fun. I like the color change too. He's blue now instead of gray, which is just more interesting to me. I really hope this is like a thing that they're going to do now is like every year or so introduce like one new snake.
Yeah, I like it. I would like to at some point get all 4 snake tribes.
I would like to get a Legacy Chokan, please.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
But this is super cool. And that nunchuck piece is so good, man.
Especially, dude, it's not green.
Are you? No, that's Translime green.
No, it isn't. That's trans yellow.
Are you sure? I think that's
Yes.
trans lime green.
No, that looks trans yellow. Look at like set images for I don't know
I
this.
don't know. They look quite. The two look quite. It could.
I'm positive
No,
that's
look at the lifestyle picture.
the lifestyle. Where do you find that?
It's the third post, third image. Like those
Oh,
look
oh
trans
wait,
lime
yeah.
green.
Looking at that, that might be green. You're right.
Yep.
Uh, in the
we
set image, it looks yellow.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see when it's in person, but I'm pretty sure that is trans lime green.
No, I have a tram. I have this like the sword.
uh,
It
yeah,
looks.
yeah, I think
It's.
it honestly could be either. I think it's green,
I think it looks more green than yellow in the lifestyle picture.
but anyway, the mold for the nunchuck piece is so cool.
It
Oh,
really
dude, it would
is.
have been. Oh, wait, actually, never mind. The
What?
Zane set comes with it in blue, and that's way better because it could be like the nunchucks of lightning.
Oh wow, you're right. Yeah.
I'll definitely swap that out then because
Yeah, you're right.
but like the molded chain and how it has like the dragon head like handle like
Yeah.
that's such an intricate mold. Like
Well, it's
that's so
essentially
cool.
just this nunchuck piece.
No, it
But
is exactly, but like the fact that that's molded into a larger piece with a chain, like that's awesome.
yeah, no, it's so creative.
Yeah, no, I love that so much.
And I wanted to take a second, real quick, just to talk about the box art for these.
Oh yeah, so fun.
It's really creative. I like it a lot. They feel like, I mean, these sets are perfect. I think that these just like are. I have nothing bad to say about this
Dare I
style.
say these are the best gimmick sets?
They might be.
Do you think these beat Avatar pods? I
Um,
think so.
it's hard to say without actually having them. I love the Avatar pods, but I like having a versus set and not just two ninja.
I think if these beat out the Avatar pods just because the build is more interesting. Because while the
That is
arcade pod build is cool, like once you have one, like the other two would just sort of are figure packs.
yeah, and the only one that actually means anything is Jay's.
Right. So these are definitely like I feel like the entire set is substantive. It's two great figures. One or two exclusive figures in each set. That's another thing is like the arcade pods had one exclusive figure, but these have one or two depending on the set.
Two of them have two exclusive. Like,
Yes. And like the ones that the Zane one is the weakest in terms of figures, but like the Cole one, that ghost only comes in a $60 set. So
mhm.
so moving on to Zane, this
Yep.
one's probably the weakest.
I okay. I like the build in this for some reason.
Actually, no,
like,
no, I like the build too. I love the little charging stand for the Ninjoid. I think that's really funny.
actually, I like the little catwalk more.
The catwalk's cool too, yeah. But the Ninjoid is very, very weak. Like
Yeah,
they didn't even give him a hood, which is so lame.
yeah, the Zane I think looks very good, but
Zane is interesting. Like I go back and forth on this figure. I'm not sure if I need to get it in hand. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but
I can tell you I definitely like it.
it's unique, and I do like it for being unique.
Yeah,
I think I do still think it's the weakest of all four sets though. Like because
yeah.
they're all good, but I think
I
this
don't like
one's
the
the weakest.
Ninjoroid. Ninjoroids have never been my favorite villain.
Ninjoids have never been my favorite, but the legacy versions don't have leg printing, and then this one they didn't even give him a hood.
Yeah,
So
this is like the most generic an Ninjoroid could be.
yeah, so not a huge fan of that one, but the set's still great. I also the Shuriken piece doesn't work the best with as these. It's okay, but it's
Mhm.
just because Zane still has to be able to hold it, it just doesn't lend itself to the style as well.
Yeah, but it's not. This isn't bad. Like
No, not by any means.
it's still very good. And then
Yeah.
finally we've got Cole's. This one is very, very, very good.
This is the best one. Sorry. Cole is the best figure,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the best exclusive ninja figure. This Cole suit looks so cool.
It's
The mask in orange, the half mask in orange is so exciting to get. Like,
this is this isn't just the best of these four. It's one of the best Cole minifigures we've gotten in a long
yeah,
time.
no, this is one of the best Cole suits ever. Like,
Yeah.
this is such a cool suit. The Ghost is nice to get in a cheap set, like I said, and the build is very reminiscent of side builds from
Yeah.
2015, so that's quite cool too.
Very good. I like the scythe in black, trans black. That's very cool.
Is that trans black or trans brown? I thought it was
I-
trans brown.
Oh, it might be trans brown.
Yeah, I think so.
Still, it looks very good. The side build is fun. Um, it's weird seeing this one because I still have quite a few of my Ghost side builds still together.
Something
Um,
cool that I noticed is the Ghost tail is dual molded lime green and purple, and I believe the originals were lime green and like dark green or something.
I think
Like, I
it was
think,
dark blue.
or dark blue. Like this is a new color for it, definitely, and I think
Yeah,
that's cool just to create some difference. And I actually think this looks better than the original. So
I agree.
yeah,
Um,
I think the J set's the best set as a whole, but this is the best figure. So if I were to rank these, actually, I'd say, I think I'd go J Cole Kai Zane.
yeah,
Kai and Zane are interchangeable because we didn't mention the Zane one comes with Zane's hair, which is a very big
yeah,
thing.
yeah. I mean, that hair, I will probably get two of that just to have three of the Zane hair because I like to have extra ninja hair.
Yeah, no, that's actually a very big thing in that set. So, Kai and Zane are interchangeable for the worst one, but I'm saying worst out of four really great sets because
Yeah,
they're all quite good.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, they're all like so good.
yeah,
So do you
agreed.
want to take a quick break here and then
Yeah.
we'll move on to the
So
other?
you, the viewer, go get a cup of water because that's what I'm doing, and we'll be
Yeah.
back with
Uh,
more messages. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Did you enjoy that commercial break? Maybe I'll put an ad there. We'll see.
you should
So
put an ad for
we're
your store there.
yeah. So we are going to talk about the other set news that came out this week. Hopefully, not every conversation will be 40 minutes long, but we'll see. This episode might be 3 hours long.
I don't think we have a ton to say about everything else.
No, but we have a little bit of discussion to be had. So we'll
Yeah.
start with now. We start with Ninjago because obviously that's the main focus of this channel. But now we're going to go in chronological order of releases. So I believe the first Lego news this week was the Super Mario sets, which I knew about early. Thank you, Lego Ambassador Network. Um,
Yes.
so there is a total of what 8 sets?
So,
Uh, 7. Yes, 7. So let's start with the starter pack 2, the Lego Super Mario Master Adventure Maker set.
yes, the Lego Super Mario Master Adventure Maker.
This is the one that's the least interesting to me, but it's still kind of cool,
I have
honestly.
to say, I think this is a significantly better set than the starter pack.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know, it makes Lego Super Mario more interesting because it's my biggest complaint with him is there's not a ton to do. Like the concept is fun, but you do it once, you've done it a
Yeah,
billion times. So I don't know, 30-second timer and custom blocks and everything is quite cool. And I like that we're getting another one of the Koopalings. That's quite funny.
yeah.
But as a whole, I probably won't get this one. I don't care all too much about it, but it's interesting.
It's a fun expansion to the starter pack, but it's
Yeah, I think if you enjoy how the starter pack plays and everything, this is an excellent set. But
yeah,
if you're only collecting it for the sets, like I am now, I don't. It doesn't matter too much to me.
yeah. Next up, we've got the Chain Chomp Jungle Encounter. I like this
Oh,
one.
actually, hold on,
Oh,
real quick before we go on to that. I believe if you get this set and then Bricklink Mario himself, you'd be able to play the game, which is interesting.
really?
I think so. Does it come with a flag or an endpoint?
I don't know.
Because that's the only thing because it comes with a start pipe, so that's something to
I've
keep in
I've
mind.
thought about I've honestly thought about Bricklinking Mario just to because you can get them for I was looking under $30. Um,
It's not worth it, man. You should just if you're gonna get them, get the full set.
I it's just I have quite a few of the sets now. Not quite a few. I have a lot of the figure packs, but
Yeah,
I like them and I just want the Mario with it. But
yeah. Anyway, next we have the Chain Chomp
yeah,
Jungle Encounter expansion set. I like this one.
it's fun.
I can't believe Chain Chomp wasn't in the first wave. Honestly,
I thought it
that's
was.
one of the most iconic Mario villains. Because it's in Mario
Yeah,
Kart. So the fact that he's not there was weird, but he's funny here. I like the design of him,
yeah.
and
I might pick this one up. It's fun looking. And I like the random villains.
yeah, the
So
Vine Man's funny too. I really like his design. I
I
don't know
love.
what he is from Mario, but I really like him.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, we've got the Piranha Plant Puzzle Challenge. This one's so cool. It has two Piranha Plants, and I like that a lot.
Actually,
Yeah, I think it's cool that it comes with two of them.
oh, see, this one is the only one of these sets that does not interest me at all.
Really? Oh wow!
I think this is a good
like
one
it.
if you're actually playing the game. It looks like it's a cool functionality, but in terms of I don't know, just in a collection, I just don't think this one's that interesting.
Okay. I like this one though, but
Yeah.
um,
Uh, and
not much else to say.
and then we have Wiggler's Poison Swamp, which this one's
This one's
awesome.
so funny.
I love this.
Yeah,
I won the Wiggler because he's really
I
funny in Mario
I
Party.
kind of want to get this.
Yeah, I think I probably will. I made a tweet on Twitter the other day, but like I got the few Mario sets I got, and I was like, huh, these are cool, but like, I don't know, I'm not gonna play the game, and they're expensive, and they take up a lot of room on my shelves, so I think I'm done with the theme. And then Lego revealed these, and they're like, okay, but they're purple now. And I was like, well,
Yeah,
if they're purple, now I might. Like, and I hate that my brain works that way, but my stupid consumer brain is just like, yes, you want the purple ones. And I'm like, no.
I feel the same way.
I know I'm not gonna do Wiggler. Like Wiggler is at least a cool creature build where I could take him off of that, and it would still be like I don't know. I feel like I'm still buying a substantial build, but with like
Yeah,
the sets I have. It's like here's this huge set that I'm taking the Koopa from, and I'm only using the Koopa for anything. So
yeah.
it's
I like I like this
the
one
purple
though.
looks cool. I do like the purple. The purple looks very cool.
I agree, and it's cool to get those pieces in purple.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Come
Next up, we've got the Penguin Power Pack.
I
If I had Mario, I love this.
I'm getting this. I am 100% getting this.
I seeing this made me want Mario more. Like,
Like I did not care for any of the power packs of the first wave. I don't care for the Tanuki Mario power pack, which is the other one. But this
yeah,
is so funny that
it
it's only
it
$10. I
really
really want it.
it's hilarious. And I mean, it makes me want Mario more. Dude, I think I'm gonna end up with the Mario figure at some point.
Well, then I
Um,
recommend you get the set and don't just get the figure
okay.
because you all like if you actually want to like use him for anything, you do need the start pipe and the flag. So
Oh, okay.
at that point,
You can, you technically can just print them
oh,
out,
that's
you know.
true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, like I could just get like if I can find them pretty cheap on Brooklyn, I can just do that and then print onto a decal the start point and end point.
I still think it's better just to get the full start. Like if you're paying like $30 the Mario figure, like nah, just get the full starter set. I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll go. I'm sure it'll go on sale eventually too. So
Yeah, if it's ever on sale, I might end up picking it up because I just the Penguin one wanted made me want it so much more. It's so funny.
it's so funny. I like how he has attachable wings too. That's quite
I
cool.
know it's very clever. I don't care about the Tanuki one,
No, me neither.
so no point. We're already going really long, so I don't want to waste time.
Yeah, and
And
then the
then
character pack
new
series
card,
two,
these are so much better than the first
so
wave.
good. And the
And the
first wave
first
was
wave was
great
so
for the
good.
record.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that Shy Guy?
yes, Shy Guy is the best thing in the series. I can't believe they put him in this,
I
but
know.
very
That
cool.
it's like shocking to me that they put that in.
Um, and then like the first series had a lot of cool stuff, but it was a lot of the things had two different variants. Like there was two of the fish thing, there was two like little walking shell creatures.
Mhm.
But this, I think there's only one like duplicate creature, which is the fish. There's a flying
Yeah.
fish and a ghost fish, but everything else is completely unique, which like that's awesome.
Yeah. They're very cool. My favorites are definitely Shy Guy, the purple mushroom thing. And that one on the bottom who looks like a stone who's sad.
Yeah, I like him too. Uh,
Those ones are standout.
the one I don't like actually is the poison mushroom because I think
Mm,
I like that the poison mushroom exists and I'm glad it's in this wave, but I don't think it fits in the character packs
yeah.
because it's like a 5 piece build compared to the rest of these, which are like actual like buildable creatures. And I don't know. I think,
Yeah, I mean it's not as much, but there is a polybag that costs the same with the same thing.
but
So
I don't know. It came with like another thing. Like it came with the question mark box too. Like I don't know. It just if
yeah.
I don't feel like just a poison mushroom is worth $5. Like I feel like
They're $4 at Target. I get them for $4.
oh
I
okay.
thought they were $4.
I thought they were the same price as CMF.
They might be, but I know
No,
at
no, no,
Target.
it says here on because we're using the Brick Fan for the record. For anyone wondering, it says here it's $5 for these.
Oh yeah, I see that, but I know for sure at Target they were 4.
Huh.
So
Okay, well, $4 is a
um,
little more justifiable, but I think the other creatures of the series are more interesting for the price.
yeah,
I'd rather get a
they're
character than a mushroom,
yeah, but very good. I like them. I might try to get them all.
and
I still want
I
the
can't believe
entire.
Shy Guys. Like I will definitely be picking up Shy Guy. Like he is the best
Yeah,
one. It would be cool if,
That's
like, in a future, because it looks like this is going to be like a frequent thing of these series.
yeah.
It'd be cool if we got like one of like a different colored Toad one series, like a blue Toad or something.
I agree. I would very much like that because Toad is like my favorite Mario character.
Because I thought they were only doing like the smaller creatures, but Shy Guy's like fairly decent size. Like he's Toad sized, so
Mhm.
they could very much do him.
Next theme up, we've got Lego Harry Potter classroom sets. So I'm kind of like not super into Harry Potter anymore. But they're cool sets. It's just I don't know.
I think the figure selection is disappointing.
It's very weak. The only really figure, though, I think I'm gonna look through this real quick, but I think the only figure I'm really interested in is McGonagall.
Yeah, I really don't like because I really don't like how. I mean, it makes sense, but I really don't like how the Hufflepuff one comes with different outfits, while the rest just come with their
I know.
student outfits. Because that means there is no Hufflepuff torso in the sets, because that's the only one that comes with a Hufflepuff figure.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's just weird. Like either they should all come with exclusive torsos or none of them. Like
Yeah.
it's weird. And then the builds
And these are
themselves
actually
are nice facades, but
the builds are cool. I would have liked them more as a kid. Because they don't really go with the actual castle. They're kind of like playsets.
yeah.
But it's a cool concept. I might get the Ravenclaw one. Ravenclaw's not my house. I just blue's my favorite color. And put it on display with like on my bookshelf with my other books because I think it would probably look pretty
That
cool.
is pretty cool. I might get
But
the Slytherin one because I would like a Snape and I don't have one, but
oh, you don't?
no.
Okay,
My
well
sister
then
has
yeah,
one, but I do not.
I could see why you would get that one.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, it's a cool concept, but it's not really for me. I like them, but they're definitely more aimed towards young kids, I think.
Yeah. Also, something that really annoys me is it looks like what's the head of the Hufflepuff house?
Flitwick.
No, Hufflepuff.
Oh, Sprout.
Sprout. It looks like she's just the CMF version with legs instead of a dress.
Yeah, I don't like
Like
that.
that's just so weird. Like, why did I just pay $5 for it in a CMF? Like,
Yeah.
not that I did, but like people did, and it's just like, what?
It's very strange. I don't know if you noticed, but these are new torsos for the students.
Oh, really? All of them?
Yeah. So the old ones, they don't have the crest of the house, but these ones do have the crest, like the.
Oh, so these are more like classic Harry Potter, like classic
Yeah.
Lego Harry Potter. Oh, that's.
These are much closer to the 2010 robes, which is I think pretty
Oh,
cool.
then that annoys me even more that there's no Hufflepuff.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Like,
But
if
I
they
don't
want
know.
to do the exclusive tours within the Hufflepuff set, okay, but then put a Hufflepuff in one of the other sets. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they could have easily gotten rid of the Gryffindor in
uh,
the Gryffindor kid
in the Slytherin
in
set.
the Slytherin set, yeah, and just put I don't know. These are cool. Like they're cool sets, but I can't really justify them.
Yeah.
I like the
How much
fact
are
that they're
they?
30 each.
Sure. I might get one. I think I'll probably get Slytherin, and that's it.
I think I'm gonna get Ravenclaw, and I also think Ravenclaw has the best inside build as well.
Yeah, it's cool. They do. I think these will be good sets for Instagram. Like they're good photo backgrounds, but
Definitely.
yeah,
And they're good. They're very good play sets.
yeah. So we're being critical. They're not bad at all, but
No. I feel like I'm being more critical just because I am angry at Harry Potter lady.
yes, we're not allowed to talk about it though. Stick to Lego, Matthew.
Right, stick to Lego
I'm tired
Matthew.
of people
No.
telling us how to think.
Um, I literally haven't gotten the new castle because I'm angry at Harry Potter lady.
Why? Ugh. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this because we
We can knock
both
off-
agree on this, but it's
Yeah.
us talking about it's not gonna change anything, and we already talked about it once on the podcast. Let's stick to Lego, actually.
Stick to Lego, Matthew.
All right.
Let's go to page 3. Let's talk about Marvel because I love the new Marvel sets.
I love the new Marvel figures.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
about
I love the
sets.
Marvel figures. The sets are not good.
No, so we'll start with Captain America mech armor.
I will be getting this.
Really?
Yep. So I have 2 of the mechs. I'm probably gonna get the Spider-Man one that's out now just because I don't know why, but I really like small Lego mechs.
Honestly,
and-
I like. in theory, like when I heard about these sets, I'm like, that is goofy. I heard about the other sets themselves, I thought that is goofy. But not sitting here and thinking about it, I would have loved this as a kid. Like,
Yeah, and they're decent builds. I mean, the Captain America is an exclusive figure.
is it
Like,
really? It just looks like a normal
yeah,
cap.
no, it's a new Captain torso. It's a new torso, and I think new head print. But I might be wrong about the head print. But it's 100% a new
That
torso.
actually, though, I think I was too critical of these sets. These are actually pretty cool.
Yeah, like I have Thanos and Iron Man, and I love both of them. They're very posable, tiny mechs for $10 with good figures. Like they're not gimmicky in a bad way.
Yeah,
Um, and it kind of makes me want the Ninjago gimmick one year to be small mechs.
I would love that. Well, I mean, like Samurai X Mech was a $10 set, or was it 15?
I just got the Iron Man one the other day, and I sized it next to the Samurai X mech, and the Samurai X mech is the exact same
Yeah,
size.
so like if we got those kind of mechs for what 3 or 4 ninja, that would be pretty cool.
That would make me very happy.
Yeah,
Um, but I don't know why, but I just like gimmicky mechs. They're fun to me. So I might get all three of these new ones, and I think Captain America is one of the best looking ones so far.
and it's nice to
The
get like a
shield.
good version of a popular character for only $10.
Yeah, because Captain America is a very hard figure to get for some reason.
Yeah,
Like he usually comes in not too expensive sets, but like the sets are usually garbage, so this one not being garbage is cool.
yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's garbage. You might disagree, but
it's okay.
um I like the big printed shield. I just think it looks cool.
It's
Moving
fun.
on.
It's very kiddie, but I think I mean, Lego is a kid's toy.
Yeah.
I think kids will genuinely really like this. So
Mhm.
it's not
I
like
see that
Spider-Man
that's sold
helicopter
out
where
a
kids
lot.
will get it and be like, "What is this? This is
It's not like what?
Spider-Man helicopter."
Yeah, that stuff's weird, dude.
We'll get into that though.
Um,
Thor,
Thor. This is my least favorite.
yeah, good figure
I
though. I like the helmet on him.
yeah, that helmet was exclusive to the Ragnarok sets, so
Yeah,
that's cool
no
to
leg
see.
printing is very obvious on this figure though. Like,
Yeah.
so it's not
And
it's
also
not
this
amazing.
figure isn't exclusive. It's just a bash of other parts. So
Yeah,
not as interested in this one. But next up, by far the best mech we've ever gotten, just for the figure. Miles Morales from the movie is
Spider-Man.
so cool to get.
Yeah, this is awesome. I will definitely be getting this. Also
Yeah,
the
this
best
is
mech too, because he's got like the like blue webs.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
very
cool.
cool. And then
This
Miles
is
figure is
probably
awesome.
this is probably a day one purchase for me because I am not missing out on another Miles Morales figure.
Yeah, we talked a few weeks ago about how we both regret not getting the original Miles Morales set, and
Yeah.
this is so cool.
So this set is great. Nothing bad to say. The figure is incredible. It has dual molded legs and a $10 set. Like
Yeah,
you don't get better than that.
and the web
It's
pieces, like it's all so cool.
yeah. Yeah. Next up, Spider-Man and Sandman Showdown. I have nothing else to say besides Angry Clone has been hired as Sandman
That's
and
so funny that they can't even retire that face.
I know.
Because
Let it die.
it wasn't it like 2015 or 16 Sandman came to set and he had like a variant of the Angry Clone head. Like it wasn't Angry
I
Clone
don't-
exactly. It was like it was when they were like doing same like facial features with different expressions.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I don't know if that was used on Sandman though.
I believe it was. I think it was. Because I remember people complaining about it years ago, and then I find it funny that they made it even worse here.
Let me. I'm gonna go look because I want to see. So here's my thing. I wouldn't mind the Angry Clone face if it wasn't so beat to death by Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like it's not the worst looking face. I think it's honestly better than Lex Luthor. Um,
Oh no, I
Yeah,
think
but-
Angry Clone is a billion times better than Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor just does not look
Okay.
like a human being. Like,
okay, no, it wasn't. It wasn't Angry Clone. It was the elf. It was like the elf head. That looks nothing like Sandman either.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't have a Sandman though, so I wouldn't mind having that. I could just switch the head out because the torso and legs are very cool.
yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's the set itself is also just bad.
Yeah.
The arm
I
printing's
love
pretty
when
cool.
Spider-Man uses his tricycle.
Yeah, the arm printing's pretty cool. On
Oh, I
Spider-Man.
didn't even notice it had arm printing,
But
but
he-
the arm print comes on other sets
Yes.
that I would probably be getting. So,
Yeah, so not for me. It's for 4-year-olds.
next up, I didn't realize this was only $20, but it's Spider-Man versus a car.
No, it's the Spider-Man and Ghost Rider versus Carnage.
The Ghost Rider looks atrocious.
Yes, he's very bad, but honestly, not a bad set by any means.
The car's a very good build, I think.
I might get this one because Carnage is cool, not as good as the original, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I'm just so sad whenever I think about that set because
I know.
Miles was exclusive, Carnage was exclusive. Carnage had arm printing. There was another figure in this set, and it was $10.
It was 13.
It was $13,
and the build was good.
Yeah, 2 exclusive figures, one with arm printing. I don't think Miles had arm printing in that set, did he?
No, I don't think so.
But Carnage definitely it just pains me that I never bought that. So this Carnage,
I think all 3 figures were exclusive, dude.
Third figure was just like a generic dude, though. Like I don't think it mattered.
But yeah, but he was exclusive.
Whatever, that doesn't matter to me. But this Carnage is good, but it's not that good, so it makes me sad. But I still might get this.
Yeah.
Car looks decent for that size, and Spider-Man's a cool figure. Ghost Rider looks bad, but it's still cool to get Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I have no connection to Ghost Rider, so I probably will pass on this. Next up, we've got the Spider-Man monster truck.
This build is one of the worst I've ever seen.
I know.
However, the figures in this set are excellent. And it makes me... It's like, the worse the set gets, the better the figures get. Like...
I know. Because it's the same way with the Spider Jet with Noir.
Yeah. You know that stupid TikTok meme right now? I ain't never seen no...
Yeah.
I ain't never seen a Marvel set with a good build and good figures. Like, always one of them gotta be bad.
But I'm probably gonna get the Noir set because it's only 23 right now at Target, and I want Noir, especially because this has Gwen, and Miles comes in that set, the $10 one. But if I see this for 32, this is a must buy because the Mysterio looks great. You got arm printing Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, clear web pieces, and a really cool Doc Ock, and I don't have a Doc Ock, so...
I think...
Also, it comes with those drones that Mysterio used.
I'm probably getting this, because, weirdly, the price is good. Like...
Yeah.
It's 400 pieces, and based on that fact that it's good figures and it's a Marvel set, I was like, okay, this will be 60 minimum.
I said to you, like, I'm positive it's going to be 60.
Yeah, and it's only 40, so that's, like, for the price per part, it's actually quite good.
Yeah, especially seeing Marvel sets seem to be, like, the only thing that still goes on sale on Amazon and at Target, so you'll be able to get this for 32 fairly quickly.
Yeah, and the figures are... Doc Ock, if people are complaining about the arms, I actually think the arm build's really cool on him.
I agree. I think they look cool, and I don't have a Doc Ock, so...
Mysterio is awesome, and the hidden side piece in Trans Green is awesome. Like, I really love that.
The Mysterio and Spider-Gwen are highlights of this set.
And then also, small touch, but the Power Blast pieces in green, I love that.
Yeah.
I really want those for Lloyd, so I am probably getting this set. This might be one that I, like, review for YouTube and then, like... I don't know, sell the build or, like, take apart the build or something. I don't know who's buying the Spider Truck by itself, but...
This is a set, I honestly, if I got it, I might not even build it.
Yeah, I'll build it just so I can review it, but I'm not... I don't know, I'm getting to the point where I'm finally starting to run out of space, and I really don't need Spider Truck on my shelf.
Yeah, I mean, you don't build mocks like I do, so it's like, I don't mind buying a set for figures and then just using it for parts.
Right, but... Oh man, the figures are so good here. If this just had a good build, but like Spider-Man Monster Truck, really? Monster Truck?
Oh my god, Spider-Man literally gets more vehicles than Batman.
But like Monster Truck, like it's one thing to give him like a bike or a plane where it's like I could see a world where he uses that, right?
Yeah.
Monster Truck? Spider-Man Monster Truck? If you watch this far of the podcast, comment Spider-Man Monster Truck with a bunch of question marks.
No, comment Spider-Man Monster Truck with a bunch of exclamation points.
Or do both. Interchange the question marks and exclamation. Because, like, why? Who thought of this? And I know it's from, like, probably from some obscure comic or animated series, but Spider-Man Monster Truck. That's all
Yeah,
let's move on.
Okay. Next up, we've got Spider-Man Batcave.
Oh, yeah, this too. I forgot about this. Okay. Good set. It's gonna be $1 million, though, isn't it?
I think it's 70 or 80.
Yeah, it's... the figures are cool, kind of, but...
Okay, so here this passes the threshold for I can justify the price for the figures. I really want the homemade suit Spider-Man, but I'd rather spend $15 on that for Bricklink than pay 80 for the set.
Yeah, I like the black and green Spider-Man. That looks pretty dope.
It's cool, but I don't really collect Spider-Man,
Yeah,
so
and the
um
build itself is unfortunately not very good. It look
I think this should have been the set to come with a Big Fig Venom.
Yeah, this very feels like a baby-fied Batcave because I don't know, all the
Yeah.
Batcaves are actually pretty elaborate builds, which are quite cool. But this just like I don't know, it's one level, like it's very flat, and like
Yeah.
looking at there's like the little jail cell, there's like a basketball net, like it's just
It's
it kind
weird.
of feels like a 4+ set, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's based on the layer from Spider-Verse, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just not very good. Figures,
But,
the three spider suits are great, but it's not worth what $60 or $70. It would be
yeah,
worth 50 maybe, but even if like
this one
50 it would be worth it figure wise, but the build is not worth 50.
yeah, and I mean it has an exclusive Green Goblin, which is cool, but it's just like not gonna be one I get. And then
Yeah.
last up for Marvel, we have I think the best. It's Thanos versus Iron Man 4 plus.
Uh okay. Like that's all I got to say. Okay.
Both of these figures came in the mech, so the figures aren't exclusive, but man, I want that Iron Man jet.
I actually like a little Infinity Gauntlet for minifigure size Thanos. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's actually pretty cool, and I have the figure already, but I do like minifigure scale Thanos.
Yeah, he's
Also
funny.
those power blasts are new and exclusive to this
Yeah, I
set,
thought that was cool too. Yeah.
but I mean this is probably not one I'll pick up unless I see it for like
How is
75%
this?
off.
How much is this? 10 or 20?
10.
Oh, actually, I might get this. For 10, I'd get this, actually.
No, it's
Cause,
it's 10. So is the Sandman one.
oh, seven. Oh, wait. Okay, oh, that changes things. Because I assumed they were 20. Uh,
No. That's why I said I might get it.
okay, yeah. For 10, I'd consider both. Because two figures for 10 is like I like this Iron Man thing. I don't have the mechs, so for $10, those two figures plus the Power
Yeah,
Blast
and
plus the Infinity Gauntlet. Like I don't really care about the build at that point.
yeah, well, because think about it this way. If collectible minifigures are $5 each, you get two very well detailed figures here for $5 each.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, they don't have all the accessories, but like you don't even need to build the build. You could just part it out.
yeah,
I mean, you could probably do something with it. So,
yeah. Actually, that might be one I pick up honestly. Because yeah,
yeah.
they're quite good actually.
No, because I like the Infinity Gauntlet thing. Thanos is a good figure. Iron Man's a pretty good figure, but very common. But I like the new Power Blast pieces. The turret for Thanos is surprisingly not that bad, I don't think. And the Iron Man jet is whatever, but in a $10 set, I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Mandalorian Trouble on Tatooine.
Yeah, Technic came up next, but I don't want to
No,
talk about
we're not
Technic.
talking about Technic because this podcast is long and surprise, we're not Technic fans. If
Yeah,
you like Technic, cool, good for you, but that's just not what I collect Lego for.
I have only had one Technic set because someone got it for my birthday when I was like 7. So
And it's cool, it's just not me. Like,
yeah. Let's talk about this one because this is probably my favorite or second favorite set that has been revealed.
so the Lego Star Wars. Oh, let me timestamp this,
This is the only Star Wars set we've had revealed because I think it's the only one coming out on January 1st.
which is weird because
Um,
wasn't it rumored that the other stuff was January 1st and this was like March?
no, it was rumored that this was just along with everything else February 1st.
Hmm.
But it seems the rest of Star Wars is February and March 1st, and this is January 1st, which is really odd.
Yeah.
But
Listen, this set,
this
excellent.
set's incredible.
And
This set is
I say that as
have
someone who is very critical of Lego Star Wars because a lot of the sets are terrible. This is so good. Like,
yeah.
exclusive Mando, Beskar Mando, probably
Yeah.
won't remain exclusive, but still, like, currently exclusive to a $30 set with arm printing, and it's incredibly detailed and it looks great.
I might get two of this set just to have two of that Mando.
Yeah, Tusken Raider not exclusive, I don't think, unless that's in.
It's not, but they're not like the easiest
Right.
figure
Yeah,
to.
I don't have one yet, so I'm very excited to get that.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda, cool. He's by far the cheapest way to get him.
I mean, yeah, the only other sets that come in are 80 and $130. So, and then the speeder is really well built. The ballista looks great, and the little camp is fun.
Yeah, I don't really care for the ballista, but it's good for what it is. But yeah, the camp and the speeder are very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, for you, it'll be probably good for pictures.
Yeah,
And the speeder, just like it looks really good.
yeah,
I like Lego Star Wars speeders. I don't know why, but I have a soft spot for them, and this one's a very good one. Plus, the Mando figure, that looks incredible. That might be my like favorite figure of 2021.
yeah.
Um, so can't wait for that. And that's all I got to say about it. But it's so good.
Agreed.
Next up, not much to say about these, but two more Lego art: Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and the Hogwarts
Dude,
crests.
I didn't even realize that was a Harry Potter set when I saw that. Like,
I didn't either at first, but I don't think it looks bad. It's just I could never justify $130 for what it is.
no. Wait, it's 130?
Oh, 120, I
Okay, I
meant.
was about to say, did they hike the price on Lego art? Like, come on.
The Mickey Mouse one I do think looks good.
No, Mickey Mouse is good. I actually, the Hogwarts one is cool if I had infinite money.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it would be cool to have just like your Hogwarts house displayed on the wall, but yeah, not. I don't care. I'm not getting it.
yeah. Next up, City, Lego City. This is the best Lego City wave like since I think Space.
Yeah, I have a lot to talk about here. So,
Me too.
should we go from top to bottom?
Let's sure, let me get to the top.
So first we have this 4+ police helicopter.
Four uh let's just skip over that, dude.
Okay. Next we have police prisoner transport.
You want to skip over that one too?
It's just generic police. I think lots of kids will enjoy this, but it's for
Yeah.
very young kids. Nothing new. That kind of set comes out every year.
Yeah, a fire hazard truck, I don't care.
Same thing.
Fire ladder truck. Let's talk about this one. I know this is a 4+ set, but I want to get this out of the way. Weird new fire gimmick that looks so ugly.
Yeah, weird new fire gimmick looks so ugly. However, fire piece in like trans blue.
That's been in a set, I thought.
The big fire piece? I've never seen the big fire piece in that
I'm
color.
pretty sure that it's at least been in one set, but
By the way, I do like that piece, but the rest of it do not care for.
yeah, these new fire pieces are so ugly and they like stack into each other, so they're like, I don't know, you're supposed to whack them over with that new water blast piece that only comes in like the $200 sets.
I think it's fun for kids, but it's
Um,
very kiddie, which is
City feels like they keep like the fire and police stuff feels like they keep making it aimed towards younger and younger kids. Like this feels like a toy you would get a 3-year-old.
yeah.
I
To be
find
fair,
it,
it is a 4+ set, but
no, I'm talking. I've actually already moved on to the helicopter.
oh, okay. Yeah, dude, the
4+.
helicopter comes with the Bionicle launchers in trans blue.
Those are not Bionicle
Are
launchers.
they
I think
not?
those are just new
Are you
launchers.
sure? I think those are those look like the. Oh no! You know what those are? Those are the ones that came in the Ninjago 4+ set this year that I told you about. Remember when I got?
Yeah, no, that wasn't. They're in the Thanos versus Iron Man 4+ set as well. Yeah, but
I
it's
believe it
just,
was
like,
new for that Ninjago thing though, and I remember
It
we were
was.
like, "What is this?" Okay, so that's what, and it's very similar to the Bionicle one. It's just a one press button instead of like.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very weird still, but okay, that's
I
what that
I
piece
don't
is.
like. I think the fire pieces look atrocious. I don't think those look good either. It's just bad. Fire command unit also ugly.
Oh my goodness, I didn't realize there was this many of these sets. Oh my goodness.
I know. Getting into the decent stuff now. We've got Vacation Camper House. I have like 3 of these, so I will not buy this, but I like the campers a lot.
I remember when I was a kid, the camper set was like whatever the green camper was. That was like my
Yeah.
favorite set of all time for a long
I
time.
loved
So
the campers as a kid for some reason, just because I thought it was cool that you could fit figures in a car.
yeah, and how much? This is probably what, 20, right?
$20
Yeah,
probably.
For 20. This is great. Like,
Yeah.
I probably won't get it, but
I definitely
two
won't
good
get it.
figures, baby, which is excellent. You got an egg, and yeah,
Yes, you do.
I like it.
It's cool. Next up, Modern Family House. This is cool.
I
Um,
I don't know why you like this set so much, honestly.
Okay, I like that it has street hockey because I play that sport.
Yeah,
I like.
I know you like it for that reason. Other than that, though, I think it's very blocky.
I don't think I'll get it because I found out it's $50, but
Ew.
I thought it was 30.
No, for 30,
it
this
has
would be
a
a
new-
good set.
It has a new dog mold, which is very cool.
That is cool. Though
Um,
I would not be surprised if that's in the CMF in the winter.
It comes in like 2 other sets this wave, I think.
I still wouldn't be surprised if it's in the CMF.
No, I agree. I also like the Ninjago game, but I will not buy the set
Yeah.
because it doesn't have anything like super desirable for me. But well, I mean, it does, but not for $50.
Yeah.
And then Town Center, this is overpriced, but it's not bad.
No. Okay, and the next set is the road plates because I want to talk about the entire new road
Yep.
system.
This is my favorite set of the wave, and I will probably get 2 or 3 of these.
I love this new road system. I love the idea that like it's turning city sets into like a modular building system, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's only 3 sets that use it, and one of them is just roads so far. But
Well, I have a feeling this, or no, there's also the skate park.
oh, I haven't seen the skate park yet.
It's not on BrickFan for some reason, so it must not have been officially revealed. But I have a feeling this will be something that's carried throughout City from now on.
Yeah, the skate park's actually the good one. The skate park's the one I'm actually interested in. No, that
It's $40, so I just want the road plate set. But I like this concept so much.
yeah, I agree. I think it's better than like the road base plates that they did for many years, like that.
I agree because it makes it a little more open to customizability.
Yeah, and this feels more Lego-like too.
It does. It definitely does. And I mean, something you could do, you can make a giant highway, like a 4 or 8 lane highway with this. You could not do that with road plates. So it gives you, if you're a big city builder, it gives you way more freedom for that.
Yeah. Very cool system. I might pick up the road plates and maybe one other city set, but cities.
I think I just get 2 of the road plates and that's it because, like Ninjago has cars and stuff. So like I'd rather just use other themes vehicle. I have a couple of the Speed Champion cars. I'd rather those be displayed with this.
I would just want like something to drive. It's just something to attach to the side of the road, like a house or something. That's why I'm talking about getting a city set. But
okay,
city's a theme I normally completely ignore, and these sets have at least made me interested. So that's something.
I think if you want a house to go with it, you're better off with a creator house.
Yeah.
Like the creator buildings that they make because I think those would just look better with it.
Speaking of creator.
Yeah.
We'll start with the most interesting one, the Cyber
Wait,
Drone.
where is it? Where is it?
Up.
At the top of the page?
Yeah, up at the top of the page.
Yeah. So, Cyborg Drone, I will get this. Not day one, but I will get this. Very, very cool. The build looks good, I think, and it has an exclusive minifigure.
Yeah, which I don't know if you have any of them, but like there's like 90s robot figures which have that.
I don't
face.
have any, but I know what you're talking about.
I have one of them, and it was like cause I got off eBay as a kid, and it was like one of my favorite figures, so that makes me want this guy.
Yeah, this figure makes me feel very nostalgic for the catalogs I had in the Lego that my grandparents gave me from one of their neighbors.
Yeah.
Because I used to look through those catalogs and be like, man, I wish I was born a couple years earlier. I think those catalogs were from the early 90s. Or no, they were from the late 90s because they had the first wave of Star Wars in them. And I remember looking through them in like 2005, and I'm like, man, I wish I was born a couple years earlier.
Born in the wrong generation.
Yeah. Too young to get Lego Star Wars, too old to explore the universe. I don't know. Born just right to Lego Ninjago.
Exactly. So it all worked out at the end.
Yeah. But I will. Are you gonna get the Cyber Drone set?
I don't know if I'll get the set. It's $10, right?
Yeah.
If this guy's on Bricks and Pieces, then definitely not, because I really only care about that headpiece. Yeah. But maybe. I don't love the set itself. The mech looks kind of cool, actually. The mech alternate build.
I actually like to build a little jet, but yeah. I don't have much else to say about that, and I'm trying to like run through these a little quicker.
Yeah. Next we have Wild Lion.
Don't care.
I don't care. It's good, but I don't care too much. I like how it can rebuild into an ostrich. That's pretty fun.
Agreed. I like the ostrich build more, but it's not good colors for an ostrich. Yeah. So
I don't know. I like these guys. I had like a snake set in a creator set as a kid that could be rebuilt.
There's a dragon and an orca whale one out right now that I do want, but I don't buy these. So
yeah. Next we have Race Car Transporter.
Fun fact: if you say race car backwards, it's still race car.
What?
What?
I don't really care. This one does not interest me at all.
Boring. Motorcycle, don't care.
Yeah. Beach House.
Beach House is nostalgic, but I don't think it looks great.
Honestly, I think it's pretty good. For a small creator house, I think it's pretty good. But
yeah.
I'm probably not getting it. Well, it's probably 50.
I think 30.
What? 30?
I don't think it's 50.
Dude, no, there's no way this is 30.
Let me check Instagram because I think the prices are on Instagram.
Okay, because this feels like 40 or 50 at least. This is not 30. If this was,
it's 50. Okay, it's 50.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because this is like a 2-room house. There's no way that's 30.
I think the rebuilds look quite good as well.
Yeah, no, I might. I'll think about it. I probably won't get it because I don't get Creator, but this is interesting.
There's no way I'll buy this one, but I think it looks good.
Yeah, I like the surf sign on the top. That's the coolest part.
We have one Frozen 2 set, a little salamander, and I want this. It's very funny.
What?
There's like a Frozen 2 salamander.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. What we didn't talk about was Technic, which we're not going to talk about. Dots. Do we have anything to say about Dots?
Oh, Dots has dual molded tiles.
What?
Some of those new Dots sets have dual molded 1x1 tiles.
Oh, I'm looking at that now. That's super cool. It looks like
I plan to get the Galaxy Dots bracelet because I think I really, really, really love those constellation prints.
yeah. No, that looks like they have like a trans purple and trans pink dual mold.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a blue background with a trans blue in the middle, and then a pink with trans purple and pink mold through it.
That's wacky.
And then some of the other ones have that as well. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's just two pieces. It's like a diamond and a star.
That's wacky, man.
Yeah, but very interesting. Also, there's the bracelet set that comes with monster faces, and I want that because I want to use those monster faces to make some kind of little character.
That would be cute. I like that.
I saw those and I just like felt inspired to build like tiny creatures. I don't know why I thought of that, but I thought it would be funny, so I might pick those up as well.
Also, the cupcakes are kind of cute, honestly.
Yeah, it's clever.
I am not the target audience there, but I think it's very cute.
Also, it's 600 pieces for like $20.
Well, that's the Dots. Honestly, kind of a good theme.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if you have a bracelet.
I don't. Actually, no, I do. My sister gave me one.
Okay.
Yeah, Dots is a theme. Like, don't sleep on Dots. Dots is a pretty good Lego theme. Like, it's like Minecraft, where it's like one of those sleeper themes that people usually don't talk about, but it's just like, wow, every one of these things is excellent.
And also the bracelets for this wave are new. It's one long bracelets instead of two.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But I will definitely be picking up the constellation bracelet, and I might also get the monster one because it's funny, and I want to make Lego monster things.
Look,
you get some faces in the blind bag as well, so that's cool.
I'm looking through Friends. There's not much to say about them. They just look like every other Friends set to me.
Yeah, and the cubes are now faces, which is uncomfortable.
Yeah. The electric car is weird.
I'm looking for it.
It comes with a windmill.
Oh, yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, very.
Not a bad set.
No, but I don't know. Friends has like a distinct style to it, and it's not a style I'm that interested in.
Yeah, I like I'm looking now. There's this like movie theater one that like I would like so much more if it wasn't Friends.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. That's too much of a facade to me. Like, there's clearly no depth to it at all.
Yeah.
So it's you probably haven't seen many Friends sets in person, but like I have a sister, so I've got to witness them being built, and they're very fun play sets for like young girls, but like. And I can see if you're a mock builder, like, these are good for colors and everything, but
yeah,
I like the style of them. They're very much like facades, and it's just it's not for me.
Not something I'm into. I do have to say though, some of these builds would work very well with the New City Road plates.
Yeah.
So dual purpose, they could honestly just rebrand the box as Friends if they wanted to.
That'd be funny.
And then one more thing I want to mention before we're over. This coming weekend is the Lego Black Friday weekend. If you spend $150, you get the Charles Dickens Christmas Carol set, and if you spend $200, you get a teal brick built out of smaller pieces. And as well, I think this past weekend was double VIP points on everything.
Yeah.
And I think that was just the weekend, but so that's over.
I really should have waited to buy the Razor Crest.
I ordered I got the new Destiny's Bounty. My birthday's coming up, so that's what I'm getting that for. But I got the new Destiny's Bounty and the Jungle Raider, which is like the $10 Ninjago card. Yeah. I think that's what it's called.
Yes.
And the set with the 3 Nindroids.
Yeah.
Just I wanted the Charles Dickens set.
Yeah.
So.
I guess because we're at the end of the podcast, we should address the other thing that happened this week.
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk about this because it's just sad, but the Kirby Morrow, the actor who voices Cole and Ninjago has passed away, and it's just sad. Like,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
I I don't know what I mean. Actor deaths don't usually affect me, and I mean this doesn't hit me too hard, but I mean he's been a part of my life since I was like 12.
Right, like
So
I'm so used to just like hearing his voice on Ninjago because Ninjago's been like the one piece of media I've continued to consume for
yeah,
so
I've been
long in my
into
life.
Ninjago since the day it came out, and Cole was my first physical ninja that I had.
Yeah,
So I don't know. There's a lot of memories connected to it. I don't think I know they'll just replace him, but the show won't be the same without him.
yeah, and it's just sad. Like, and he was so
It,
young too. Like they
yeah,
didn't talk about his cause of death, which makes sense. Like,
yeah.
not releasing that, but it's just like no one deserves to die that young, and it's just like
No, I mean,
I went back and I
it,
looked at his interview with Brett Miller, and he's just
yeah.
such a fun and sweet guy. Like, it's just really sad that this happened.
It, it's. I mean, it's. I think a hard thing for the community because it's like in a smaller community like Ninjago, it's far more tight knit, and these actors interact with fans far more than other animated
Yeah,
shows and just other shows in general. So it's like the love I've seen from people for him is, I mean, it's kind of beautiful,
yeah,
but it's it's sad at the same time. But I mean, he will not be forgotten, and
yeah,
I mean, he was a huge part of both of our
yeah.
childhoods.
And I mean, he even though like obviously his life was cut so short, he accomplished a lot. Like I went onto his IMDb.
Yeah,
At 47 years old, he's acted in 200 different projects.
wow,
Yeah,
like
and
that's
that's like separate shows. That's not counting his 13 seasons on Ninjago as different things. Like that is
yeah.
one thing. I think he was the voice of Goku on Dragon Ball Z at a point.
Yeah, he was the voice of a lot of different anime characters.
Yeah, he was
He was
Cyclops
a
in
big
the X Men.
he was a big anime voiceover actor.
Yeah, well, because he was a Canadian voice actor, and they do a lot of like dubbing
Yeah,
of other stuff. But I'm just like, it's sweet to see that everybody's like come together to appreciate him and share memories. But it's just,
yeah.
it's unfair. It's sad, and I just like I hope he's resting in peace and everything. Because
Um, yeah. I know you don't look at the Reddit as much as I do, but I also love the love. Like this whole week has just been tributes for Kirby Morrow, and
yeah,
it's like awesome. I mean, it's very sad, but
it's very sweet
it's
too.
cool to
It's like,
see. Yeah, it's I like to see people coming together,
yeah,
and I know it's a very sad thing, but I mean, there's kind of like a beauty to the way it's
yeah,
brought people
and
together.
it's just it's nice to see that he did affect the lives of so many
Yeah,
people. Like clear, like he's gonna be remembered, and
yeah,
that's a good because he were like thinking back to it because Ninjago's always been like had a weird place like in my life because there was a point where like I loved it as a kid and there was a point where I was like, oh, it's a goofy kid show that I still love, and then it evolved back into, but it is also generally pretty well done.
hmm
And thinking about like watching the show, I never thought like, oh, there's the guy voicing Cole. Like he was always just Cole because he like really put life into that character. Like
yeah.
I
I
never.
feel like you say the same about all of the actors except like the original Lloyd voice
Yeah,
actor.
that's true. Yeah, you never question the voice. You hear the voice and you're like, that's Kai, that's Zane, that's Cole,
Yeah,
and it's just like, it's just great. To, like I don't know, he
it's
was very talented, and
all of the actors on Ninjago. Like it's weird to see like grown middle-aged adults love their Lego characters so much, but like they genuinely love the fan base and the show they're making,
yeah,
and they all seem so proud of it.
yeah,
So
and they pour their heart and soul into it, and it's just like
yeah,
I don't know. It's terrible that he's gone, but he left an impact on so many of us, and I'm just happy that we're celebrating him now, and
yeah.
also I'm very happy that we did get Master of the Mountain this year
I I agree.
that was
Was
definitely his best performance as Cole ever,
yeah.
and like I'm glad that we got to see that because it's one of my it's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorite seasons, and like the fact that he was a because it is Goofy Ninja Show, but he was able to act in like the emotional moments about like Cole's mom and everything, and that's
Mhm.
just like it's also well done.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Kirby Morrow. He'll be remembered. He'll be missed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as for this episode of the Woo Crew podcast, I think we're going to call it here.
Yep.
This is a very long one, wasn't it?
I don't want to do an after like end thing because that's just kind of, I feel like a weird thing to end on after talking about that.
But hopefully the hour 30 of podcast that we just did will make up for it.
Yeah. Thank you guys all so much for watching. This was our longest one yet, and it will probably be our longest one until sometime in the summer when we have more set pictures to talk about.
Probably May-ish.
Yeah.
April, May-ish.
But thanks for sticking with us. If you stuck with us to the end, it means a lot to both of us.
If you actually watched this far, what should they comment?
Yeah. If you actually watched this far, I commend you because I couldn't.
Just comment, I did actually watch this far. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed, please press like, subscribe if you're new. We do these usually Wednesday. This week it's going up on Monday because set pictures.
Yep, gotta get that YouTube ad revenue.
Yeah, I gotta get that YouTube clicks because it'll be more relevant Monday than it will be on Wednesday. But yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you probably next Wednesday, though. Next week will probably be Wednesday. But yeah, thanks for watching.
And real quick, we'll have another video going up probably Friday talking about
oh yeah. Yes.
Favorite sets this year.
Yes, we'll be going over our favorite sets of this year to give you recommendations on what to get for Christmas / whatever holiday you celebrate, if you celebrate one. Or if you're just looking for sets to buy. We're going over our favorite sets of 2020, so
yes,
stay tuned for that.
Fun stuff. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you Friday.
See you in the next one. Bye.